Welcome back. In this session we are going to discuss about the Bootstrap components. So if you go to Bootstrap page and click on component tab, you will come to this particular page. So if you browse through components, so basically it's a huge reusable components you do have, which is right from the icon to drop down, input group, navigations, alerts, and lot of other stuff. So let's check it out. What is Goalif icons? So what basically Goalif icons is, let's say if you want in your application this asterisk should be there, or let's say you want the plus sign or this euro sign or the search box, you can easily take this get this icon into your application. So let's do some practical by getting some icon into the application. So let's say if I want this asterisk sign should be there, so what I can do is come below and you have how to use these Goalif icons. So there is a code here. This is how you can use Goalif icons. So you just copy this code and open your Atom IDE, and let's say I want this Goalif icons should be, let's say here, let's say before first column should be a strict sign, right? So what I can do is I can open my index.html and there is first column. Let's say I'm pasting here and save this page, refresh your browser, you can see the search box, right? Let's say if I want this particular strict sign, so what basically you can do is you can copy this particular Goalif icon strict, and you can replace this section with that. So what this will do is, instead of search icon, you will have a strict now. So let's check it out. Open your index.html in browser, refresh this. So now you have a strict sign. So let's say here I want something, some different Goalif icons. So let's do something. Let's open your IDE and copy this code and paste it here, and let's say I'm pasting here also. So instead of asterisk here, I want some different icons to be here. So let's say this cloud sign, copy this cloud code and paste it here, save it. Then let's say I want this particular rectangle should be there, paste it here and refresh your page. Now hopefully you should see three different icons. Yes, all three different icons are coming. So this is how Goalif icons you can use it. If you want to change this color of Goalif icons, you can change the color also. It's very easy to change the color. Now let's browse through the drop down. Let's say what is drop down. So basically in almost all of the website and application you will see and come across this kind of components. So in case you would like to use this kind of components, you can simply copy and you can modify and drop up. So instead of drop down, if you want the sub page should be drop up, so you can use this component. Alignment, there are various alignment, if you want your menu to be aligned right, you can keep, just drop down menu right, you can use it. Headers are there, divider are there between two menu. If you want divider should be used, you can use the separator here, this particular separator. Disabled menu items, if you want some menu should be there but it should not be clickable, so you can simply add the class disabled. So this, what this will do is user won't be able to click on the sub menu. and there are button groups are there, so various button in one horizontal line. So I mean, let's check this out. Open your about.html and let's see how this code work, and open your about section, refresh this. Right, this is what the group buttons are there. Right now, let's say button toolbar is there. This is usually used for pagination. So if you want multiple page should be linked with this pagination, so you can use this. There are various sizes are also there in the same code. If you use button group LG, it will give you large button group, BTN group SM for the small, BTN group XS extra small. So extra small is something like this. So based on your requirement, you can use the various classes and you can take advantage of this. There are nested buttons are also there, nested links are also there, which you can use it here. There are input groups. So in case if you need input column into your application, this is the for input groups. And nav, so basically this for multiple navs are there. This you can use it for pills and sidebars. Usually in almost in every website earlier sidebar used to be there. So if you want sidebar to be there in your website, so you can use this pills in a stackable stack, nav stacked, it will come the same way. If you won't add nav stacked, it will come horizontally. If you add it, it will come vertically. Simple. If you want your pills to be justified with the equal width, you can use justified nav justified class, and it will be justified. There is a nav bar. So basically nav bar is nothing but this one. This is nav bar. So the code for nav bar you have here. This is the brand which I was talking in Bootstrap introduction. This is the brand, and you can customize to as per your requirement. So in case you want your logo to be in nav bar, you can use your logo, JPEG or PNG file, whatever it is. Forms, if you want forms to be in nav bar, like for example, you want a user to be sign in, like user ID and password to be there on nav bar, you can use that. Or if you want search, people should search the content on your website, you can put the search box into your nav bar. Code is here. Then there is a breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs is basically in your if you browse through several website. So let's say if I'm browsing through nescode.com, and this is home page, so there is no breadcrumbs, right? If I browse through services, so basically you have services here. Let's say if I click on web application development, so now it is coming services / application development. So this is breadcrumb. So basically in your application or website, wherever what is the current location of your page, that will show from the root page. So that is the breadcrumb. So that is the reason you can see home library data. So you can use it in your application website in your way. Pagination, which we have already discussed in CSS section. This is the pagination. Labels, there are various labels are available in various size as well as in color. So you can use these all labels. Badges, let's say if you want to count, the very simple example is if you browse through facebook.com, so you can see in top right, you will see how many messages are there. You will see the total in number, right? The simply this is the badges to display those kind of notifications. Jumbotron. This is the Jumbotron, which I mean is, let's say if you want your content to be in a particular block with a gray background, you can have it. So let's copy this Jumbotron code, and let's say I'm taking another container, and let's say I'm pasting here, and this paragraph, let's say I'm taking some dummy content, and let's say this dummy content I'm pasting here, and save this, refresh your page. Hopefully this is the container Jumbotron. So you can use this Jumbotron if you want your code to be displayed in certain block in a gray background. So let's say yes, now the space is coming, so now you can see it properly. So this is how Jumbotron can be used. And if you come down a bit, this is for the page header. So in every website you have the header section. So to differentiate and to start the page content, probably you can add this page header. So let's say if we going on our about page and we are saying we need this header to be here, so we can give header and we can refresh this page, so we can see our page header, right? This is coming because this is not inside a container. So if we can take this inside a container, it will be aligned like this. So let's take inside a container this one. So we'll take container, and this particular header we can cut it from here and we can paste it here. So this will come inside a container, and if you refresh now it is coming in a container, right? So this is how you can take a page header. And there are thumbnails are there, various image you can take it, custom content. Let's say if you want your image to be here, then there should be a header, and then there should be a paragraph with certain buttons. You can have this kind of code. Alerts are there, various alerts, like something successful is there, you can use it this green. If some warning you want to display for a user, you can use it this danger. So there are various components are there, like progress bar, you can use it based on your requirement. Various kind of progress bar with the various color, stripped down version, animated, stacked, lot of stuff is there. So, and if you go to list group, so you can see this list group. This is how, like in certain stuff you want to see in your show in your sidebar, you can use this list group, or let's say some content to be displayed in certain way. So you can use this and you can copy and you can check it out the code. Batch again, which we have already explained. This is again the same linked item with the background color, that's it. So there are button items, various button items, you can use it. If you want to be disabled items, you can have this disabled in various colors. And panels, like if you want the background should be white with in certain blocks, you can use this panel. And if you want panel with a heading, you can use this. So there are various components are there in Bootstrap, and I believe that this is more than enough for the requirement. So this is all about the components of the Bootstrap. Thank you so much for watching this screencast. See you in the next one.